What's going on, everybody? It's Andy. She blinded me with refractors here. So today was the release of Panini Prizm basketball first off the line. And I've had a lot of people today that have been texting me because they know that I'm a big basketball collector. Love Prizm, one of my favorite products every year. So people were texting me, asking me, hey, how much of the Prizm first off the line basketball did you get? And, my response was none. And the reason that I didn't buy any this year was they completely changed the format, not only the way that you buy the product, but the product itself was just totally different than it has been in previous years, which I thought was rather unfortunate because, like I told some other people, this was probably one of the, like, if you would have asked me a couple of weeks ago before they announced how they were going to do this, like, I would have told you this was probably the product that I have been looking forward to the most. And I don't know, guys. I'll kind of go through quickly here, just kind of like some of the changes that they made this year. Which one of the first things I would like to point out is the whole idea behind the first off the line series was to give collectors a chance to buy the product directly from Panini at the suggested retail price, which before today had always been $120 per hobby box. And then, another thing, if you just take the name of the product, first off the line, and typically what that means is this product is released and it will come out, before hobby, before retail. It's the first off the line. That's the whole idea of it. So today's product was released. Well, it hasn't been released. It was sold today. But, retail's been out for over a week. Regular hobby is going to be out on Wednesday. And then this product will be shipping after that. So technically this is going to be the last off the line, which, whatever. That's a little bit ironic. So typically in the past, you've been able to get on Panini's website at 10 o'clock Central Time, and they would have, X number of boxes available. They would set a limit. I think last year the limit was 6 boxes per transaction, and the cost was $120. So this year they decided to go with a Dutch auction format, which is it's hard to explain, but it's kind of like a reverse auction. So they started the price out at $1,000. And the bottom level, which is I guess I assume this was as low as they were going to let it go, was $250. So the process starts at $1,000 and the price drops every 2 minutes. Now, whatever price you decide to lock in your purchase at, that's what you pay, right? So literally today, there were people that paid $1,000 per box. And some of these people, that I've heard about got multiple boxes at that price. And by the time this thing was over, the last people that were buying, they were paying a little bit less than $300 a box. So from start to finish, you've got people that are paying roughly $700 difference for the same product directly from the company. So let's get into the configuration of the boxes, which I didn't like the Dutch auction format. But the real killer for me, and the reason that I just absolutely did not attempt to buy any of this, and I mean, even if it had gotten down to $250, I don't think I would have bought any of it. Last year's Prizm, you got 12 packs, 12 cards per pack. You got 22 prisms per box, which when they say prisms, that means, silvers, blue, whatever, different colors, like different colors, right? And I think two autographs. So this year's version, which they called the first off the line premium edition, you get one pack with 10 cards in it. And out of those 10 cards, the breakdown is you get 3 shimmer autos, 3 shimmer prisms, and then 4 silver prisms. So to me, they've just completely changed the configuration of this product. Prizm is, it's kind of like, if you're a baseball collector, it's kind of like, Topps Chrome, Topps Update, stuff like that. I mean, this is flagship. This is not supposed to be a high end product. Like Prizm is, it's not $1,000 a box at release product. It's just not. I mean, it never has been, and it never should be, in my opinion. And I think what happened today is you had a lot of people that were looking at last year's boxes, right? They're like, oh man, these things have, they're selling for like $1,100 now, right? Which is true, they are, and you could have got them for 120, at release directly off the website, and even on the secondary market, initially they were, 300, 350 maybe, somewhere around that. So, yeah, I think people completely overreacted to the prices of last year's product. And you have to look at this, guys, like last year's product, it didn't start off at $1,100. It didn't start off anywhere close to that. I mean, it's taken, Trae Young averaging 27, 28 points a game. It's taken Luka basically being in the top 2 for MVP in his second year. It's taken those kind of performances for that product to get to that level. And just the format is just better. I mean, in the old format, you could get the regular gold prisms. You could get the blue prisms, which the Luka blue prism, I mean, that card is selling for $3,000-$4,000 now. You can't get any of that stuff in this new format. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I'm not a big fan of the shimmers. Like, you could take a regular blue prism, and then you could take a blue shimmer prism, and if they're numbered close to the same, the regular blue is going to sell for double what the shimmer does. And it's the same way with, like, Bowman Chrome. They do like the shimmers. People don't like them. They don't like them as well. And I don't think that people, when they were making these purchases, took that into consideration. So some of the problems that people had with like last year's release and previous releases was, some of the complaints you would hear like on Blowout and places like that. Oh, it sells out too quick. I don't ever have a chance to get any, right, at $120. But you could still get it at 300, 350, even if somebody, if somebody was flipping it to you for that price. And a lot of people seem to have a problem with, with the flipper making money off of it. But I don't know. I mean, like the consensus on Blowout, and I don't know if I should say consensus, but I would say a lot of people that were posting, they would rather pay the 350 or 400 whatever directly to Panini than pay that same price to someone that was a flipper. Which, I mean, okay, that's fine. Everybody gets to make that choice for themselves. But the big takeaway from all of this for me is like it's not the same product though. Like, you're comparing apples and oranges here. Um, so the problems that that I have with the way that they did it this year, obviously, you had some people that paid $1,000 and some people paid 300 for the same thing. And I mean, how would you feel if like you paid $1,000 for, let's just say you bought 12 of these boxes, and then someone like literally like 2 hours later buys 12 of them for 300, and you're getting the same thing that they got. So I don't know. I mean, some people are going to be like, well, that's just how these things work, and whatever. But I mean, I don't know. It just kind of leaves a bad taste in my mouth, and I don't like the way they did it, and I especially don't like the format of the boxes this year. I mean, I was really kind of bummed out about this because like I was literally looking so much forward to this product, the old format, not the current format, and I'm not even talking about the way that they sold it. I'm just talking about the old format of the boxes. So I was kind of disappointed that they decided to take this route. Um, I don't know. I mean, it's at the end of the day, it's not that big of a deal, but I just kind of wanted to address that because I had several people today that had reached out, asking, how many I had bought, hey, do you think this is a good price? Should I buy them at this? And I mean, everybody gets to make those choices for themselves. I can only, give my opinions and thoughts, and that's at the end of the day, that's all they are, is my thoughts and opinions. So, um, everyone, please, do your own do your own research and your own decision making when it comes to these things. And anyone that did buy these, regardless of what amount you paid, I hope it works out well for you. Whether you decide to open the product, hold the product, and hopefully, hopefully in the future, Panini will listen more to the people that are actually buying their product. I mean, that's the way any other business works. I mean, if you want to, I mean, to me, this seems like it was they were taking advantage of Zion Williamson, all the hype, and they're like, okay, how can we just absolutely just maximize the biggest amount of profit we can? And that's fine. That's what they're here to do. They're here to make money, right? But I think they were really short sighted on their thinking, because I think if you put out a product, I think you want it to be something that you can later down the line you can look at and be proud of. And I think, I mean, even though this is not their job, I think you want to put out stuff that um, has good value to it, to the people that are buying it. Because if you continue to only think in the short term like that, I think it's gonna hurt your business long term. So I don't know. Sorry for rambling on, guys, but I just wanted to put this out there, and let me know what you guys think in the comments. Did Panini do the right thing by doing it this way, or did they mess up this opportunity here to really do the right thing? All right, guys, I'll catch you later.